I thought it would be cool to do 3 Coco inspired projects. A jar lantern, a cookie cutter, and a candy coffin. For the lantern, I wanted to do the sugar skull from the Coco logo. So I picked out the colors that I would need, and we got our craft table ready to paint. The process after that was to, well, just paint. We started out by painting the skull, then adding all the colorful details, and finally painting the rest of the jar black. For the cookie cutter, I chose to make one that looks like Hector. So I started by tracing out the features of his face, skull, whatever, and then taking that drawing into Fusion and extruding the features to make the cookie cutter. I then printed out the cookie cutter. The first attempt didn't turn out, and so I tried again. And that attempt didn't turn out. But third time's a charm, I printed it out again and it turned out good. The next step was to make the cookie dough. Originally, I had this grand idea of making the cookie and then frosting it to look exactly like the character. But I wasn't quite sure whether to cut the cookie out first and then bake it, or bake it and then cut it out. So I did both and cooked them. And both, didn't turn out. So I failed at cookies. But in the end, a cookie is a cookie, so yum. The last project was by far the easiest. I chose a part of the scene of the dog chasing the bone because bones, coffin, seemed like a good fit. And it looks like a funny scene, so it works. After creating the vector for the dog, I put it on top of the template for the coffin and then laser cut it out. After that, it was just a matter of putting it all together. I did get a small dowel and measured off the distance of the gap in the hinge to keep all of the hinge pieces together. After gluing it all together and testing out the hinges to make sure that they worked okay, it was done. The only thing left was to fill it with candy. It's fun to do these different projects with the same theme, trying to figure out different ways to create something from the same movie. And you can check out my Instagram for behind the scenes and other randomness. Yeah, I don't know what else to say. Okay.